What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Dirt Diamond Sports Talk, part of the Spark Podcast Network. I'm Ryan, as always, joined by my man Wally. Tonight, talking about an Astros team that just dragged itself all the way back to even. As of May 21st, this team was 11 games under 500. Looking broken, thin, injured, honestly just kind of lost. We had no idea what to expect out of the rest of this season. Now, after a 5-1 road trip and a sweep of the paltry, questionable MLB team out of Los Angeles, the Angels, this team is now 55-55, half a game back of the Rangers, who are coming to town, walking into the biggest series of the season with a chance to take control of the AL West conversation. Wally, let's be honest, man. The Angels were just horrible. Houston won this series in some ridiculous ways. They won a game where their starter, Imai, recorded 2 outs again. Won a game where they struck out 17 times. Won a game where they were down 3-0 after the first inning. This time, instead of being a team that melted down, though, as bad as they played, the Astros were the team that left standing when the other side just fell apart. So tonight, guys, we're going to break down the Angels series. We're going to talk especially about pitching and bullpen success, because the bullpen saved that thing, man. We're going to preview the Rangers series, obviously why it matters so much, what we've got to do here in Houston to win it, and how the stretch could shape the trade deadline. Of course, we're going to talk about some of Wally's trade scenarios, because this team, I guess, has played their way into now being a buyer for sure. But the question is, how aggressive will Dana Brown be? Wally, this Angels series was one for the books.
Well, the Astros took out the trash.
Yeah,
that's just all they did. They took out the trash. And if you want to know how bad teams lose games, this is how you do it. I mean, Vaughn Grissom, if he even doesn't have to turn 2, if he turns 1, you save a run, you're still ahead by 1, and you've got to get 1 out. The chances, I like my chances in that situation. They're so bad. I mean, what they are the types of teams that get managers fired.
Yeah.
And Kurt Suzuki's only been there for a year, less than a year. I can't see him keeping him on. Mozeliak is, at least they've got an adult in the room, and who knows how long Mozeliak is going to stay there. He'll stay there, I think, as long as Artie Moreno lets him work. If Artie Moreno gets out of the way and lets Mozeliak swim in the pool, then he'll stay. But if Moreno gets in the way, Mozeliak has got too many skins on the wall to where he's not going to put up with Artie and his meddling. The guys, part of the Angels you feel for is a guy like Mike Trout. Part of me feels for him. A lot of me doesn't. It's beyond the money. Trout has had multiple chances to take a trade. They could have traded him at the top of his game. He's got a no trade, and he wouldn't do it. Right now, he's hitting .244, and they were talking about his resilient season. He's a guy right now. Unfortunately, he's one of the great players of our time, and he's just a guy. The Angels, had they been any good at all and just played fundamental baseball, they win 2 out of 3 and probably sweep the Astros. And we're having an entirely different conversation than what we're having right now. The Astros would have been buried. They would have been selling. We ought to have been doing all the gnashing of teeth that comes down to what people talk about is doing poorly, because the Astros as a team only hit .229 and had an OPS of .706. They did hit 5 home runs, what helps the slug in the OPS. They were fine. They weren't great. As Ryan talked about, the starters had a 5.56 ERA, but the bullpen shoved. The bullpen had a 0.57 whip. The most encouraging thing of the weekend of the series was that Brian Abreu was fantastic. You know, if you get a Brian Abreu, you get a Brian Abreu back to the Brian Abreu that we think we can see or we've seen in the past. You know, that really bodes well. Abreu is always the type of pitcher that's going to give you some moments. That's just what he does.
Yep.
Earlier in the season, he wasn't getting out of it. Now he is. And you've also got the Ben and Souzas of the world back. You know, they put themselves in a position where they have a chance. And if they take 2 out of 3, you know, they're ahead by a game and a half.
Yep. Yeah, I think that, you know, there's a lot to be looked at and a lot to be considered here as far as that series goes. Let's maybe bounce through the couple of games here and talk about just some of the things starting with Monday. You know, the Astros pulled off a 6-4 win here. This game should have been dead. Imai faced 7 hitters and only recorded 2 outs. I mean, I cannot grasp this whole Tatsuya Imai thing. This guy has had plenty of time to figure out MLB ball, the mound, the ball, the travel schedule, all of the excuses. After all this time now, I feel like they're over. You know, there's the old Yogi Berra saying, right, is that 90% of the game is mental. And so I don't know, is this
50% of the game is 90% mental, but you're right. One of the things I noticed about Imai, he's got a funny way of going to the plate, the way his motion is. The way he basically is just a step and throw kind of guy, but his left leg starts open.
Yeah.
So he's got to go back towards home plate. And I would just wonder, is that getting in the way of him dropping and driving and going straight down the diamond? Have you noticed that?
Well, I think we talked about that a couple of months into this season.
You and I talked about it. You and I talked about it a little bit on. We texted back and forth about it. When you look at his, you look at his motion or what lack thereof. He starts open and then goes back towards the plate. I wonder if he were more square and he would be able to drop and drive, that would probably keep his elbow more in line, and he'd be able to have a more consistent throw. I don't know. I'm not a pitching coach, but you know, just the thing about him when he's pitching, it's not consistent misses. He's all over the place.
Yes, and that's the thing, is that it's not like he's just missing the top corner or throwing everything down and low. It's literally all over the place. If you go look at his spray chart, there's no consistent missing here, catching the corners here. Everything's flying high, everything's flying, you know, arm side. It's literally all over the place. There is zero control whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, if he was high and right, you could say, well, he's opening up and dropping his elbow. If he's low and left, he's pulling down on his left side. There's none of that.
Nope.
But what was really encouraging about game 1 was Christian Javier.
Man, I mean, that dude came in and not just saved the game, but he saved the bullpen. He maybe saved this whole road trip. That wasn't just a little bit of relief. That was a godsend there. I mean,
you know, I love Christian Javier, just to watch him on the mound when he's dealing.
Yeah.
It's like you look at him and say, hey, Christian, there's a nuclear war started. He's like, oh, just give me the ball.
Okay. Hang on a second. I'm good.
You know why they call him El Reptile?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. He's cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded.
He is cold-blooded. 3 hits, 5 innings, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts. This is so un-Christian Javier.
70 pitches.
50 strikes.
Yep.
A whip of 0.6, 14 pitches an inning. Think back of when Christian's even really good. He was a high pitch count guy. Mm-hmm. His ball to strike ratio was not great. And he'd throw 17, 18, 19 pitches an inning, be out of there by the 6th. into the sixth.
Yep.
But he
Yep.
was nails.
Yeah.
And you nailed it. You nailed it
was
too by saying when Imai could have destroyed the whole series, Javier straightened it out. And after that, they had a chance.
Yep. Absolutely. I was going to pull up real quick and just kind of look at still sticking with 52% on the fastball. 23%.
His volume, his velocity seems to be getting back up. We say it so many times, and you and I've talked about it on the show a lot, is that we get these fans coming back and thinking, well, he's done with Tommy John. They say he's going to come back with a higher velocity than he had before. That he's going to come back as a $6 million man, and more times than not, when these guys come back from a Tommy John, if they come back mid-season, they're still building up at the end of the season for the last half of the season, and it's the next season you can count on it.
Yep.
You know,
listen to this with Javier, right? His last 50 pitches, and maybe this is the thing. His last 52 four-seam fastballs, an average velocity of 95.2. And here's the thing that I wanted to see
before he got hurt.
Yes, but here's what I really wanted to look at. His movement profile. He is back to 17.3 inches of rise on that fastball and 5 inches of tail, and an arm angle of 35% on those four-seam fastballs. This was that what did I say? 35%.
Invisible.
35 degrees. This was the key to his invisible, was that rising fastball over 12 to 14 inches that, you know, your MLB average is 14. Your MLB average is 13.7 inches of rise on a four-seam fastball. He's at 17.3. So most MLB batters are standing there watching a four-seam fastball coming at them, and they're counting on that 12 to 14 inches of rise. And this is where he's had that luck of he just goes right up over top of the bat with that extra 3 or 4 inches of rise. And
and it doesn't take much
to miss the ball.
When people are talking about the bat, a bat I think is what, 2 3/4 inches at the barrel, something like that. So when you're talking about when guys are hitting it solid, you know, you're talking about a matter of a half an inch being between a solid single home run and a pop out.
Yep. Yeah, and his changeup is also about 4.6 inches in rise above league average.
Wow.
So he's coming at you with a fastball that's going to go right up over the top of your bat, and his changeup is going to square you up high too.
Yeah, you know, second game you had Peter Lambert doing Peter Lambert things. You know, it's funny. He pitched 90 pitches.
Yep.
And you would think he'd have more, but Lambert had 7 hits, and this is where we talk about what does a leverage inning or a leverage pitch have to do with somebody's arm. He was in and out of trouble all night. He had 8 base runners. He had a WHIP of 1.6, and Joe took him out at the right time. Usually, I like to see that starter go longer, but he was in and out of trouble so much, and you could tell he was gassed.
Yep.
Hader came in, got a second save. You know, the 3, you know, that 1-3-2, and it's again another game that if the Angels were any good, they would have won. The game They should have absolutely won game 1. You talk about a team that played pony league ball or pee-wee ball and just gave
that
it away.
Ninth inning was just they should have just had circus music playing in the background the whole 9th inning.
Okay, so everybody who doesn't have to go look at the numbers. This is what the Astros got to score 4 runs, I think. They had 1 hit. They got 2 walks. They were hit. They got 2 hit batters.
Yep.
Something else.
And then 2 errors. 2 fielding errors. Yep.
I mean, you talk about you talk
That's
about
in a half inning.
top.
That's in one half of an inning.
That's in one half inning. It takes a special talent to be that bad.
Jesus.
You can't
Uh,
try to be that bad.
no, no. That's
Oh,
just.
it's
I
just
mean,
it's
that's just
awful.
Angels baseball, man. Can you imagine being an Angels fan? Like, gosh, what a painful
Hey,
thing
you
to
know what the best
experience.
comedy series to put on TV would be?
Oh gosh.
The Mets and the Angels all year.
Oh,
Because both those teams just are so fundamentally
it's
bad.
ridiculous.
Oh,
Ridiculous.
they're just terrible.
Man, wow.
Now, and when you get to game 3,
Yeah,
I
Wisniewski.
loved
Welcome back, brother.
I loved Wisniewski's guts
Yeah.
because he had to be just completely wound up that first inning
Yep.
and just excited, and he showed it, but he pulled
Yep.
it back together to where, and he threw 66% strikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he
After,
threw 19 of 25 hitters that he faced first pitch strikes.
yeah, Joe got him out at just under 80 pitches, 14 a little under 14 pitches an inning. After the first, he got him out there. His last 4 2/3 inning was shutout ball.
Yep.
Not bad at all, my friend.
Yeah. No, I think that's one of the things that when you're looking at this potential comeback run, getting over 500 for the Astros, there's a couple of these things that are really promising. It's Lambert continuing to do Lambert things. Guys like Wisniewski coming back, Abreu's coming back, Hader's looking good. You've got your typical, couple of bats that are doing the thing. Starting to make me wonder if, this team's not going to have to make a ton of bigger moves like we had really kind of thought about in order to really kind of get over the hump. Wednesday's offense was chaotic. We talked crap about Yainer Diaz on Monday, and then Yainer comes out and looks like,
we should do more of that, shouldn't we?
I guess we should. Well, and on top of that, I think Dana Brown went on 790 and said something about potentially looking at a catcher in the trade market. And then Yainer goes out there and goes like 4 for 5 with a home run, 3 RBIs, and scored 2 runs himself. I mean,
hey, that time you sat with us at the game?
Yeah.
Was Yiner's mom there?
Yiner's
mom? She's there. Where we sit.
Oh, I don't think so. I think Dubon's wife was sitting one row in front of us.
Yeah, she's so nice.
I don't remember who else was there that night.
Yeah, we've chatted a little bit, and they've got her baby, or her little baby who was there last year, and she is so nice.
Yeah.
But like when Yainer comes to bat, his mom gets this huge fat head with Yiner's face on there. And whenever she puts it up, I have not seen him get a hit yet.
Bad juju, man.
I mean, this fat head must be 3 feet across, and it's
oh my gosh. And then let her bring that into the park, huh?
And she just holds it up. I mean, it's just like, oh my stars.
That's classic.
Oh,
that's classic. That's
but really, when you look at to put a wrap on the series, the only guy Astros had that hit above 300 was Christian Walker.
Mm-hmm.
He had Trammell had a higher OPS because he had a couple of home runs, but he had a home run.
You dropped some stats. I think you said it was a 0.57 whip from the bullpen.
Yeah.
Listen to this. This is not just good. This is elite stuff, man. 15 2/3 innings, allowing only 7 hits, 2 earned runs, only giving up 2 walks.
Yeah.
14 Ks and a 1.15 ERA and the 0.57 whip that you said. Like that's solid, man.
Yeah,
that is solid bullpen work.
They gave up one home run. Blue Ball gave it up after in the second inning. He pitched after he came in to replace Imai, and they didn't give up another home run for almost 3 games. That's pretty.
I wouldn't be surprised if the phone doesn't ring for Blue Ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
This guy's
being put in
that guy's been solid quietly. Just comes in and saves innings for these guys. I think I saw somewhere that this was the 4th time he's had to come in behind Imai. You want to hear some crazy stuff? The Astros record when Imai starts a game. You want to give it a wild guess?
Good.
It's really good. It's like 11-5. And obviously that has nothing to do with Imai.
Imai looks up and says, "Hey, I'm not the problem."
Jesus.
Okay, so let's give it a second here and a moment. Y'all might know that we are with the Spark Podcast Network. So they do commercials for us. We're going to give it just a second so they can have a space to put a commercial in.
Beep, bop, boop. There you go.
And that gives us a chance to talk about some potential trades. The 2 guys that I keep seeing come up for the Astros are J.J. Bleday and Jake McCarthy. It's amazing what a little research would do, because I would have thought Bleday would have been the guy.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, we've said McCarthy since the first rumors of Astros looking at outfielders.
Bleday's come out, and I thought, well, maybe they go Bleday because he's cheaper. You know why Bleday is cheaper? His home road splits. Yeah, his home road splits are just absolutely striking.
Yeah.
His home road splits are 250, 589, 970 in Great American Bandbox. And the road splits are 217, 376, 679. Yeah, he's a stud in a hitter's park. He's a dog with fleas on the road. Okay. Surprisingly enough, Jake McCarthy, shocker, he's hitting 321. He's got a 571 slug and a 925 OPS. But on the road, he's 263, 406, 721. Okay, that's a little above league average.
That helps the Astros actually fix the problem.
Yes, it does, because if you're looking at trying to project how they would do at Daikin Park, you throw out the road, you throw out the home, you take the road slots, and you say, okay, that gives me kind of an idea what we're looking like. You're talking a league average hitter a little above versus Jesus Sanchez last year.
Yep.
They're both similar because they're resurgent. They're left-handed hitters. They both are in extreme hitters park. They both were with teams that essentially gave up on them. The Diamondbacks traded McCarthy. The A's DFA'd Bleday. It's going to cost more to get McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
With McCarthy, you're talking like a Schiavone, who's a catcher. You've got 2 catchers here in Double-A. You've got Walker Janek and you got Schiavone. You're only going to need one of them.
Yeah.
So you make a decision on one. Fermin is a highly regarded shortstop. And I wouldn't be surprised if they trade Spencer.
Mm.
You get, that's what it might take somebody like them to get a McCarthy.
Yeah.
I could see a Brian King getting thrown in on trade for Bleday.
Yep.
I could easily see that happening. I see Janek or Schiavone. They make a decision. They take one, trade the other one. I think they trade Schiavone because they've got more invested in Janek.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gotten a little hot lately.
He has gotten hot. We're looking for a pitcher. A guy to think about is Kevin Gausman. Yeah,
Yeah, I've heard that name thrown around a little bit.
his whip is 1.26. It's higher than last year, but it's similar to what the rest of his career is. Little concerned that he's at 4-10 and 451, so maybe he's not able to make the big pitch, averaging just under 6 innings a start. You know, you're talking, a Zach Cole or a Spencer level person, someone who, could be a lottery ticket for somebody. I mean, when you're trading an expiring contract, or you're taking on expiring contract, you take, you throw in a lottery ticket. And there's also been a little light buzz about Springer reunion,
Yeah.
and maybe a Lamont Wade or a Colin Price would go the other way. Lamont Wade would make sense because that's your outfielder, and Lamont and Wade has gotten on base a lot, but he hadn't hit anything except for that grand
No,
slam.
he just knows how to take 4 balls, I guess.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
about it.
yeah.
But also, you and I were talking about it before the show. I would hate, first off, Springer's probably done. And I would hate to have Springer come back, spend 2 months, not perform, and sully his legacy here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean he has had a pretty good last couple of weeks, but I think I'm along with you for that ride. That he's aging, he's not played well. Does he fix an outfield problem? I mean, I guess you put him in left field. I mean, I guess. I just don't see. I just don't see where. I just don't see where he really.
He hasn't played outfield all year. He's been DH all year. Last year was DH all year.
Yep. Yeah.
What do you think about the Bleday and McCarthy? What do you think about the McCarthy part, the deal I've put together?
So I think I don't think you're too. Yeah, I don't think that you're too far. Oh, what's that? Your mic.
Oh, that was probably a piece of paper on down in front of me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think that he fits the Astros obviously better than a lot of the other names. I think, I don't know. Are they going to want a major league piece back, or a borderline major league piece?
They might. I mean, I think.
I really feel like they're gonna want like a Zach Cole or something in return.
I'd have Cole is a name that I figured I thought about putting in there.
Yeah,
Cole is the kind of guy I could see the Astros trading because he's shown he's decent outfielder.
Yep.
If he hits it, it goes a long way. It's just the if part.
Yeah, DeZenzo. I mean, heck, they brought Luke Spence up to get him a little bit of exposure. Maybe that kind of increased a little bit of value for that kid, even though he hasn't done a ton. He's a little bit slappy at the ball, but he can run around in the outfield. I don't to go on a little rabbit trail tangent. I don't understand why Luke Spence is running around in the outfield, slapping the ball around, no better than at Jake Myers right now.
Well, Jake's hitting 158 on the farm.
Yeah, I don't care. Jake hits 158 in Major League Baseball too.
But I'm like you.
He's a top 3 or 4 Major League center fielder defensively, and Spence hasn't. There for the first couple of games that they had him out there, he was a little bit impressive, I guess. But after that, he's not really been impressive. And I think even I don't remember who the other podcast guy was, but he was putting some ground coverage stats together and said that there's probably about 20% of the balls that Spence has let fall in front of him, Jake Myers gets.
Yeah. No,
that's not me being a Jake Myers homer. A lot of people knows I'm a fan of Jake Myers. I like the guy. And this isn't me being a homer. I don't understand why Loper Fido and Jake Myers are down on the farm while we've got guys like Jake Spence running around the outfield in the major leagues.
And I don't understand myself with Spence is down to about 130. I think he's hitting 137. they don't bring if they're not going to bring Jake up, bring Lopervito up, because
Yes.
Spence has shown that I think he plays center field fine. But he's looking overwhelmed right now. He's striking out more. He looks lost.
Yep.
He's not the first guy who would come up and get a couple of hits. Then everybody gets the league gets, from your time, man, the league gets a book on guys fast.
Yeah.
If you can't hit X, you're going to see X until they figure out until you show them you can hit it.
Yep. What about Varsho? There's been some talk about Varsho.
And he's an expiring contract guy. I didn't do any numbers on him.
Yep.
But he's left-handed.
He's
a great fielder.
247, 7 homers, 727 OPS, 96 games, pending free agent. Yeah, I don't think that you have to give up too much for him. Maybe a straight up swap for another guy like Zach Cole, or a secondary arm or something like that.
Yeah, the guy like McCarthy's going to cost you more because he's a free agent after 28, assuming the new CBA rules are what they're going to be. And I think by the time it's all said and done and they cuss and discuss, those free agent rules, however the rest of it comes out, are probably going to be pretty similar.
Yep. Taylor Ward. Taylor Ward's name's been thrown around.
Who's that?
Taylor Ward.
Yeah, I've seen him. He would work in left field.
Yeah. You give up a young arm for him, probably.
Yeah. And he's got an expiring contract too, doesn't he?
I
think he does.
Yes. Oh, I don't have that information here. Why not?
I can get it. He is. I'm looking forward. Okay. Service time. Free agent 27. Yeah. So he's an expiring guy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they wouldn't take much to get for the Baltimore. Baltimore's one of those teams too, man. It's like, come on, guys, figure it out. And Elias is kind of an analog to Dana. Both are farm guys.
Yep.
Still have yet to show that they are true GMs. But that being as it is, we'll have one more show before the trade deadline comes up, and this all come into show with it. But we've got a huge series coming up. The Astros have pitching actually looks pretty good coming up against what the Rangers have. You've got Eovaldi, who's showing big signs of decline against Hunter.
Yep.
Eovaldi's got a 4.05 ERA. Let's see if Hunter this time is like Hunter last time.
Yeah.
With DeGrom, who the Astros got earlier this season against Ronell. Ronell's on the surface, to the eyes, has pitched pretty well, but he's had trouble keeping it in the ballpark.
Yep.
Rocker is Kumar Rocker goes Sunday.
Yep.
And I saw TBD on Sunday for us.
I don't think they throw Imai in this series. So I've seen TBD on Sunday.
Wouldn't surprise me if they throw Javier out there.
I think that would be the smart move.
Yeah, because Javier is on the same rotation or the same schedule as Imai. They both pitched the same game. Javier hadn't pitched yet, throwing 5 innings. Javier stretched out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he earned
Javier, he comes off the scrap heap and pitches in a combined no-hitter.
Yeah. Well, Imai was the one that started that one last time. Just to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah. Like we said with Imai, he's like the Mother Goose thing about the girl with the curl. When he's good, he's very good. When he's bad, he's horrid.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I just don't understand it. So supposedly there's chatter about potentially moving him to the bullpen or giving him resting him, taking the start away. That
would work. That would work. Bring him into a place where bring him into a situation where you have to throw strikes and he throws 2 strikes and 11 balls and walks 3 guys in.
What do you do? What do you do?
You're stuck with him, that's for sure.
Hey, I mean, he's got 36 million. He's got 36 million left on his contract with 2 more potential years. Does that overweigh him probably wanting to go back to Japan? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think the Astros would go Bobby Bonilla on him and buy him out.
No.
They might, though.
I don't know. I mean, when he's good, he's good. I don't know. How do you give up on that? Rangers series. So back to this. Yeah. So what are some keys for you this Rangers series outside of the obvious? Like, we need our pitchers to go 6 innings.
Well, to get in,
starters to get going.
To get into it. The Astros have touched Eovaldi before.
Yes.
Jordan didn't have a great series against the Angels, and they still won. So the whole offense revolves around Jordan. Can Beretis keep on backing up Jordan and making him pitch to him?
Yep.
Is Hunter going to be what we saw last time?
Yeah.
Hunter was great last time.
Yep.
Can touched on a little bit. Can Blanco keep it in the park?
Yeah.
The thing about Dyken Park is if you can make him hit to center field, it's legit. You got to really hit it between the bullpen, between the Crawford box and the start of the right field bullpen, the home bullpen. You got to really hit that ball. You'd like to get the game. You'd like to say you can get DeGrom. DeGrom is still DeGrom, and he can come out and throw. He can throw a 2-hitter against you. But last time that he pitched against the Astros, they hit home runs against him all game.
That's true.
Kumar Rocker, they ought to take.
Yeah, I think that's going to be I'll be happy if they split the series. To be really honest with you,
2 out of 3.
Yeah, I'll be. Well, yeah. Oh, I thought it was 4. I thought they had 4.
3-gamer. They just did a wraparound.
Right. That's right. That's right. So take 2 out of 3. I'll be happy with 2 out of 3.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. They're in first place.
Yeah. Let's do it. All right. That's going to be it for us tonight.
I want to get into Seattle. But we haven't got enough time to talk about it.
Yeah, man.
God.
We're doing an after hours show live on Twitter or something like that one night.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Blue Diamond Sportscast. It's proud to be a proud member of the Spark Podcast Network. Go give us a subscribe on your favorite podcast app. You can roll back and catch us live on Twitter and YouTube at any time. Until next time, go Stros.
Go Stros.